Previously.
How to make a torch!
And now.
Mr. White, your 6 o'clock is here. It's John yesterday.
Thank you, Lori. My compliments to your stylist. Great suit.
I picked it out, Mr. White.
Ah, then my compliments to Human Resources for hiring you.
You hired me yourself, Mr. White.
Oh, I see. Tell him to come right in, please.
Mr. White will see you now, Mr. Yesterday.
Thank you.
Come over here, John. Have a look at this sunset. My advice to you is, if in your next life you come back as a filthy rich businessman, remember to get an office with a view like this. It's the only part that's really worth it in the end.
I can't even remember what I've done in this life, Mr. White.
Henry. Call me Henry. You used to call me that.
What? What is this? Family?
How was your mother doing?
She has a slight cold. She seems like a good person. She's been telling me a lot about my life, but I can't seem to remember anything about it. Not a thing.
Give her my best. And let me pick your brains for a moment. What has she told you? You never used to talk about yourself in the old days.
Let's talk about your likes.
What has she told you about your likes?
This is strange. She told me that I never liked grapes.
Grapes are
But
good.
the other day I tried one and it was delicious.
Interesting. To what extent are our likes and dislikes conditioned by our memories? By the way,
That's some deep
I
fucking
love
thought
grapes.
right there. Grapes are good. Grapes are pretty damn good. Let's talk about youth.
What do you know about your youth?
I threw myself into my schoolwork. Apparently I'm smart. I have a master's in the history of religion from my mother. She's a worldwide authority on the history of satanic cults.
It sounds
The
interesting.
terrible thing is that I don't remember a single thing I learned in all those years in the university, except what was in the books you sent me in the hospital and what my mother has been telling me.
Well, what about childhood?
What has your mother told you about your childhood?
All there is to tell. Only child, shy, few friends, obedient, athletic. I just wish I could remember.
Well, amnesia sucks.
Do you have a partner?
My mother says I had a girlfriend a long time ago.
I said partner.
Suzanne. Now I'm single, it seems.
What's this? Oh. What about, tell me about the hospital.
Everything all right at the hospital?
Yes, of course. Thank you for taking care of the bill.
I didn't do it. My money did. Sometimes it
My
gets tired
money
robbing the
did.
bank.
I like that answer. I liked how he said it too with that voice. I didn't do it. My money did. I like that. I know he meant it in like a kind gesture that, you know, it's only money and I don't really care about it. It's its own entity. But the way he toned, like his tone of voice, it was like, I didn't do it. My money did. It was great, okay? It was funny. I found it funny, which means you should find it funny, and we all laugh together and we go, ha! Karzie's right. That was funny. His money did it. Ah! Let's talk about the memories.
Tell me, John, have you managed to remember anything about your past on your own?
No. Well, sometimes I get small flashes of random images, sounds. It's happened 3 times now. Watching a movie, looking at my hand, seeing a bluebird.
Curious, isn't it? Tell me more.
Let's talk more about the hand.
What came to mind when you looked at your hand?
Well, it was actually the scar on my hand. The image of a strange person appeared in my mind. Some kind of priest in a church. He was talking about killing
Wait,
someone.
is he the
Me.
crazy guy? Is he the crazy guy?
What was it you remembered when you were watching that movie?
It took place in Paris. Suddenly, I saw, I don't know, a sort of antique shop. A girl.
Alright, well, tell me about the bluebird.
What happened when you looked at this blue bird?
It perched on the windowsill in the hospital. Suddenly, I saw myself with a beard and long hair in a blizzard.
Oh, goodness, John. I haven't even offered you a chair.
He's a crazy guy, isn't he?
I'm very sorry for what happened, John.
Is he?
Very sorry. I can't help thinking that it's all my doing.
On the contrary, I've come here to thank you.
And to get some answers, I imagine. What do you want to know?
My identity, of
I
course.
want to know who I am.
I'm not God, John. If you want to solve that mystery, go to a church and pray. I can only resolve human dilemmas.
That is a human dilemma! What? What? You don't go up to someone saying, I want to know who I am, and they just say, go to a church, find God. That is a human dilemma. That's not a faith dilemma. You may be lost on your path, and I could see it being a slight religion dilemma. But I don't think that applies here. He wants to know his actual name and his actual past. The fuck is going on here? So that's Henry. I assume. So this is later, after he does an evil whistle and kidnaps crazy people, after helping, because that's a face that wants to help.
Why did you send those books on satanic cults to me in the hospital?
To help your mother re-educate you, and with an eye to a matter that we had between us. One that we still have.
Do we have our own cult? Is that what's happening here?
What connects me to you?
There's a lot, John. You were working for me when you tried to kill yourself. You got too involved in the investigation. You lost your perspective. Lori has the contract, by the way. Ask for her copy on your way out if you want.
If someone told me that I was investigating something and I lost my perspective and I lost my memories and I have no idea, I think I would instantly be worried about the person telling me this. Like, years of movies have taught me this. If I were in that man's situation, I would instantly not trust Henry White because he was saying things like you were investigating and you lost your perspective and all this shit. It would be like, I was investigating you, wasn't I? And something happened, didn't it? Yeah. By the way, I'm a Green Goblin now.
What did my investigation consist of?
I hired you to get information about the Order of the Flesh, a satanic cult from the 15th century, in the hope that this would help us trap a present-day killer. My own investigation wasn't going anywhere.
Aren't you that killer?
What had you discovered before hiring me?
The Order of the Flesh was founded in 1463 by an ex-priest named Ginés de Orduña.
More information?
What was the Order of the Flesh about?
We know very little. They worshipped the devil and combined alchemy with torture in search of God knows what, until the Inquisition began to persecute them.
More.
Did the Inquisition put a stop to the Order of the Flesh?
In 1498, when it seemed like Cardinal Cisneros, the Grand Inquisitor, had them cornered, they disappeared from the map. They evaporated. No one knows how or to where.
Almost like devil magic. Bum, bum, bum. By the way, we're inside, and behind your head looks like clouds. And this is obviously like a downward type of angle, so we must be on the roof.
What did I find out?
You started doing some research in the archives at the University of Salamanca in Spain, and you found something curious. A missive from the guard Captain Miguel de Somosierra,
to Cardinal Cisneros, written on the 31st of August, 1501.
More.
What did the letter say?
He stated that on that very morning his troops had traveled to the temple where they suspected the order was meeting, that they went in and interrupted a demonic ritual, that they killed all its members without mercy, and that finally they burned the church, reducing it to rubble and the ashes of satanic cadavers.
More.
The letter didn't say anything else?
Yes, the captain congratulated him for the tip that led them to the temple. Literally, he said, "Thankfully, Your Excellency saw the relationship between the Order of the Flesh and the Holy Cathedral of Our Lady of Paris that led us to reveal the evil in an apparently holy church."
More.
What relationship is there between Notre Dame and the Order?
That was the next and final step in your investigation. Paris.
More.
What did I find out in Paris?
I don't know. You disappeared there for 15 days. When you finally called, you were very distressed. You told me that you found something very important and that you couldn't tell me over the telephone. So I flew to Paris.
And?
Why didn't I tell you what I found out?
Because when I arrived at your hotel, you had attempted suicide. You were dying. You had swallowed mercury. Plus, you had cut your hand, drawing the symbol of the Order of the Flesh on your skin. It looked like a Y.
More.
How did you know it was a suicide?
You left a note. Forgive me, Henry, but to get to the bottom of this, first I must die.
More. There's no more of that option. Let's talk about the killer.
Tell me about this killer.
He's been killing hobos for years. First he only burned them, but then his modus operandi evolved.
So that would be you, right?
How did the hobo killer evolve?
He stopped burning his victims and started torturing them using satanic rituals.
What's your relationship with the cult?
What led you to link him to this cult?
At a certain point, he started carving a sort of Y into the bodies of his victims, the symbol of the Order of the Flesh.
Am I a victim?
Why are you so interested in capturing him?
For a time, I worked as a volunteer in an NGO called the Children of Don Quixote. They help the homeless. Over the years, I stopped working with them because there's something that can help them more than I can. My money. It's been covering all their expenses since my parents died and I took over White Enterprises. I'm not going to allow anyone to keep attacking these people, John. And you're going to help me.
My money will fix this. Why me?
Why did you hire me?
I hired your mother first, John. But after a while, she came to a dead end. I didn't know where to go from there. She said that if anyone could get further, it would be you. Now you know everything, John. Talk to Lori.
Have her give you your tickets.
What tickets?
Ah, did I forget to mention that? You're leaving for Paris this afternoon. That's okay with you, right?
Yeah, Henry. I need to know who I am.
Exactly, John. Your father would be proud of you.
That close up. It was very important. You need to see
Just
the
wait, Dean.
feeling in his eyes.
You're sure the suite does not bring back any memories, Monsieur Yesterday?
No, I'm sorry.
Dommage. Well, call me if you need anything at all. Dinner with adult entertainment. You get my drift?
Adult entertainment, please.
Brunette, bold, black, white, young, oldies, sex pots, fat ladies, dwarves, hussies, spinsters, natural, surgically enhanced, clean, or filthy.
Just
And
keep on
10%
saying.
discount if I get to watch. Okay?
Oh.
Thank you, Albert. I'll keep it in mind.
Oh. How much does this 10% discount actually entail? How expensive are we talking here? Because if this 10% is like $10, I'll be fine on my own. But if this is expensive and the 10% is worth it, where will you be standing during this? I mean, it's not me getting off, it's Henry White's money that's getting off here. While you're getting settled in, you notice something strange in the room. Maybe a peephole. You can't put your finger in it. You can't put your finger on it. It's just a strange sensation. Maybe we could put our finger in it once we find out what the hell it is. Is it these masks? Or maybe these things. They're all fairly similar. You look behind the 3 pictures and you don't find anything. What about this? It's a ball light. Oh god, apparently there was tape behind. I'm sorry, I clicked too quick. I didn't mean to.
Your secret is safe with me, Monsieur Yesterday. I'll keep it from anyone who doesn't say these 2 words, including if it is you.
Was that a past memory? Is that what happened? You try to force it open by sticking your fingernails under the edge, but as anyone would expect, it doesn't open. It is a safe after all. But that guy knows. I just need to remember what those 2 words are. So we have a very genuine case of movie amnesia. That's how it works. Did I put the words in here? A notebook, a fountain pen, courtesy of the hotel. You're grateful for the hotel's doors. The hotel's... what? Is that... what? What is that? I don't know what that is. People, thoughtfulness, thoughtful hotel. Is this a thing we can do? Can we open it? Is there something in it? Can we write a thing in it? Writing things down, a great tool for someone with amnesia. The problem is that you still haven't remembered anything worth writing down. Well then, it's a wolf man. You lift the picture in case there's something behind it. And in fact, there is a wall. We have discovered the wall. As a boogeyman. You lift the picture in case something behind it. In fact, there is a wall. So, man, that's art. Picture in case something behind it. In fact, there is a wall. Alright. We found walls. Hey, look at this, a phone. I fixed one of these. Missed yesterday? Front desk. Previous password.
I know that you have an envelope for me.
Of course, Monsieur Yesterday. But as per your instructions, you have to say 2 words before I can give it to you.
Alright. I'm gonna give a guess. It's door flesh?
I'm sorry to say that the password does not include that word.
You tell yourself that it would be stupid to continue giving random passwords. Of course not. Although you don't know yourself very well, you'd swear that you would have hidden the password somewhere in the suite. I wanted to say order of flesh, but since flesh is just there since door is out. Yeah, maybe we should snoop around a bit more. Oh, these things. I've always wanted one of these. You move one of the balls and... you know, there was like a build-up sound for that. Hey, you're kind of ruining the moment with the sharpening of your claws on the bed. We're having a moment here. Alright? We're having a physics moment here. Thank you. I apologize. Little rats with tails. You're not rats, I'm sorry, don't hurt me later.